Hey, while I'm out in the garden collecting my herbs before the frost, I figured I might take a minute and share with you why I am collecting the herbs that I'm collecting. The one currently in my hand that I'm doing is catnip. Everybody should be pretty familiar with it because, well, cats are attracted to it and it makes them do crazy things. But of all the herbs in my garden, this one is probably my favorite. I grow it for me, not my cats, though they do benefit from it. I grow it for me. Catnip is in the mint family. If you look at it, it has the square stems, which is indicative of that. But catnip for me is very relaxing. I will make a lovely tea. Usually I mix it with lemon balm, and it calms me down at the end of the day. And it is my chosen choice when it comes to stress and anxiety relief, because I actually cannot take traditional anxiety medications, and I do struggle with anxiety regularly. It is sucky, but due to my health condition, traditional meds cause even worse problems for me. So I have to fight my issues cold turkey, and you wouldn't believe the number of times that I have to pretend that I'm okay when I'm having a severe panic or anxiety attack. This lovely little plant helps me with that. Helps me to calm down and chill out and relax. And it's one I will continue to grow in my garden forever, as long as I can grow garden. It smells really good. Some people think it smells like a skunk. I don't. I just really like it. But yeah, this one's catnip. This herb that I'm getting ready to cut is called lemon balm. It is also in the mint family, and it's quite invasive, just like any other mint. But I mix it with my catnip for that lemony taste. Unfortunately, I am actually allergic to citrus fruit, so if I want the taste of lemon, I have to go to outside sources, such as lemon balm. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorites. It's easily recognizable, and it tastes heavenly, positively heavenly. I'm gonna cut a piece. Show you. Go ahead and come down here. Cut a nice piece. And this, it smells so fresh. I wish I could. You know what? I think I might make an extraction. I got some vodka in the house. Oh, make an extraction and spray it on the furniture. Make the house smell like lemon. Without actually doing something that I'm allergic to. It's a great idea. Ooh. Okay. This is my bed with all the chocolate mint. You can see it. There's just so much of it, and you can see it in the walkways here, and my thyme is spilling out over there, and over here in this corner you can see the lemon balm coming up. I let this corner get away. The marjoram is expanding in this corner. Some old yarrow, we'll till it in the spring when we get ready to redo all the beds. I've got a really old thyme plant. This thyme plant has been in this spot for 3.5 years now, and it just gets lovelier and lovelier. It's so convenient that I can come out here and just pick thyme whenever I want. I've also got oregano and marjoram. And okay, so this is stevia. This lovely plant right here that's gone to seed, I've got to save the seeds. So this is stevia. I have been told over and over again that stevia is extremely hard to grow. Well, here's the thing. I haven't planted stevia in 3 years. It comes back every year for me. I don't know if it just really likes its spot, or if the seeds just have such a low germination rate that all the seeds drop right there and like 2 or 3 sprout. I don't know, but it also came up over here amongst my lemongrass. I didn't plant that. I don't know where it came from. But you know what? I'm not gonna look a gift plant in the mouth, because I am gonna use it. I'm gonna cut it off, I'm gonna harvest the seeds, and I'm gonna hang these to dry, and I'm gonna mix some teas later this year. Actually, I think I'm gonna do a workshop using my homegrown herbs because I've had a lot of people requesting them. But yeah, this is stevia, the natural sweet plant. A little bit goes a very long way, so if you're making tea, you don't need very much. There is a saying that if you're gonna grow mint, to grow it in a pot, because if you don't, you will forever be chasing it down. And it's kind of like a rule that a lot of people go by. I'm a rule breaker, and in my garden alone, I have about 5 kinds of mint planted in the ground, and the 2 that have been the most prolific have been my chocolate mint. I love chocolate mint, y'all. Mix it with some stevia and some hot water and let it steep, and it's delicious. So it has spread out. I'll turn the camera around in just a second. And my lemon balm has also taken over. And you know what? That's okay. I've also discovered that yarrow does the same thing. I love yarrow. I have yarrow everywhere. Probably one of my favorite flowers on the entire planet, and it's like super useful. Fortunately, it's, you know, not flower season, so it's not blooming, but that'll come this spring. Yarrow is extremely beneficial. You can take dried yarrow, grind it up, and use it to stop your wounds from bleeding. Legend has it that Achilles carried yarrow with him so he could quick treat his soldiers in battle. But yeah, I'm a rule breaker. I plant things where you're not supposed to. And when I cut the grass out here, I use a weed eater. I was not very smart when I planted my beds, so they're too narrow to run the mower through, so I have to weed eat it. It's 100% worth it to plant my mint and let it get away, because this area smells positively heavenly with all the mints and the herbs and everything that's escaped their beds. 100% worth it. So if you're brave and feel like it, be wild like me, break the rules, and just let it grow. Safe to say I need the bigger basket, considering I have yet to even get started on any of my basils, and my basket's already overflowing. So I can't lose my basil. I'm gonna go ahead and gather that, and I'll just come get it in a few minutes. Time to cut my basil. I found a box in the greenhouse, so I'll be using the box to help carry in all the herbs since my basket is full. Decided to leave a little bit of the purple just in case, just to see how it does through tomorrow and tonight and tomorrow night. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick my basil. The one that I'm currently cutting, this is my cinnamon basil, and I grow it every year specifically because it reminds me of my grandpa. When I was a little girl, I lived in Nevada, and for whatever reason, Grandma and Grandpa's house always smelled like this. And I didn't recognize it until one day I was at Lowe's, and I brushed through this basil plant, and I caught a whiff of it, and all these memories came flooding back. So every year, I grow cinnamon basil, just for the sake of, it makes me feel like I'm living a lot closer to my grandpa, who I don't see because he's across the country, hoping soon to get out there because I miss him. But I did grow purple basil. Look at this beautiful purple basil. It didn't stay completely purple, it did some greening, but it's really, really good. And it makes my bruschetta and any other dishes that I make just beautiful with this little pop of color. Oh, I'm stepping on things. And then of course I have my classic basil, which I'm gonna go through and cut off here in just a minute as well. This will be turned into pesto probably tomorrow because I have some pine nuts that I need to use up. And you can only dry so much basil before you run out of space. I got them in, it took 2 trips, but I am working on getting them set for preserving. Right now I've got my ball of twine and the scissors, and I am getting ready to hang all of them. You see my massive box of basil. I'll show you some of the other things. So far I've hung my stevia and my lemongrass catnip ready. For whatever reason, my cat feels offended by catnip. Apparently she's personally victimized by this lovely plant. She run away. Whew. Yeah, she wants nothing to do with that. But, yeah, that's her problem, not mine. So now I'm going to get all of my mint gathered up, and all the stems together, just like this. I tend to do a little bit thicker. I know it takes a little longer to dry. I got enough of the time. I regularly check these, and honestly, before she gets to it, it smells so good. I'm running out of space to hang these, so these may actually get hung in the bathroom. I'll throw in the shower curtain, and on the outside of the shower, obviously, I don't want it to get wet. But got all of my sweet mint bundle just like this. And I'm gonna take my string and wrap it around a couple of times, so nice and tight, because I don't want it to come loose. And then I'm going to tie it off. Ooh, this mint is very astringent tonight. I don't know why, it just is. I'm gonna tie it nice and tight, give it a good double knot, and then so that these will hang, I'm just gonna give it a quick loop. Would you quit eating the lemongrass? My tiny demon terror cat is apparently a bigger fan of lemongrass than she is of catnip. Who would have thunk it? So next is my lemon balm. Cut off a nice chunk. It's about 15 to 18 inches long. It works for me. Go ahead and bring all my ends together. I love lemon balm. It smells so fresh and delicious. So, you guys ever tried Mrs. Meyer's cleaning products? She had, no, it wasn't a lemon balm. It was a lemon verbena. Never mind. My story doesn't make sense if I go with that one. Anyway, they had a lemon verbena that smelled kind of chemically. They also had a marjoram scented cleaning solution. I thought I would like that one because I love marjoram. It was awful. And don't even get me started on lavender. I can't do lavender. Of all the scents out there, I hate lavender. And you know, lavender is so good and everybody swears by it and it's wonderful and fabulous, and it gives me the most god-awful headache. It doesn't matter if fresh lavender, dried lavender, fake lavender, real lavender, oil, all of it. I just don't have it. I can't do it. It's awful. My daughter uses lavender products. She has to stay upstairs because I can't do it. I love the smell of lemon balm. I do this in the kitchen and just brush it. I have plenty of lemon balm out there. It should be okay. Tends to grow all year round. I can't get my knot. Can't knot my knot. I like citrus smells, but actual citrus, like juice and oil and stuff, I'm allergic to it. So when we travel, my husband really likes oranges, and my kids will take oranges, and there's a spider. Have the oranges. They like to eat them in the car, and it always immediate migraine. Immediate migraine. It doesn't help that I also get severely car sick. So he had car sickness, and them eating lemons, or they don't eat lemons, they eat oranges and little, you know, the cuties. And it's like immediate, yep, we gotta pull over. This ain't gonna work. Kind of stuff. Alright. Yay! Basil. Oh, this smells so good. And here it is. Oh my, that's so heavenly. This is my cinnamon basil. This is my happy basil. I'm actually going to do this in 2 bundles because I just have so much of it. I'm going to do a couple of bundles of basil. I actually stick some of this in water and let it root. And so there's another spider. Spiders love my herbs. Oh my goodness. I don't like spiders, if you can tell. I don't like spiders at all. I live with them. I don't like them. Snakes, I can deal with snakes all day. I actually have a cute little Decky's brown snake living in my garden. I see him occasionally whenever I flipping over my plastic coverings, peeling off things, and say hi to him, pick him up for a minute, handle him, and then put him down. I want him to stay friendly. But I do have a little snake. I don't mind snakes. If you've ever watched Homesteading and Hungry with Lisa and Charlie Dior, oh, you like the catnip. Can you not eat my catnip? That's mine. Stay out of it. So my other cat likes catnip. That's not catnip. You can't have that. You can have that one. That one's mint. I got lots of mint. You can't have my catnip. Anyway, if you ever watched Homesteading and Hungry, or you follow them on Facebook and Instagram, they tend to run into snakes a lot in their chicken coop. I've only had snakes a couple of times. They don't bother me. We have king snakes. Our resident snake, his name is Charles. Charles seems appropriate. But back to visiting. We were at a barbecue at their house. Lisa and Charlie are friends of mine, and they don't live far from me. But we were at a barbecue, and the kids were all out in the chicken coop. And they're like, "There's a snake in the chicken coop!" So of course, all the adults run out there and Petunia, really, that was not necessary. She's looking for the catnip, y'all. She's looking for the catnip. Okay, see, this is Petunia. My spoiled, rotten mama cat. She wants catnip, and I'm not letting her have it. Oh yeah, so the kids were out in the chicken coop, and they come running, "There's a snake in the chicken coop!" And of course, we all go out there because one, there's a snake in the chicken coop, and we need to get it out. So Charlie says, "Go get the snake tongs." They have this picker-upper thingy that they use to get the snakes out because they don't like snakes. And I'm like, it's a king snake. So myself and Elena from Dragon Wool Acres, also kind of close to me, "Would you leave my catnip alone?" From Dragon Wool Acres, just walk out to, you know what I didn't do? Anyway, back to the story. We walk out to the chicken coop, and I see that Mr. King Snake has already half swallowed an egg at this point. So his mouth is busy. He can't hurt me. I ain't worried about it. So I pinched him behind his neck, you know, this is snake fed. Pinched him behind his neck, and between Elena and I, we just slowly worked him out. No issues. He ended up dropping the egg, and he did try to bite me, but because of where I had my fingers placed, he couldn't reach me, which was, you know, small joy, because, well, king snakes are not venomous. You can get a nasty infection from a bite, and I really don't want an infection. However, he did not bite me. Elena ended up putting him in a box. She wanted to transfer him to her farm because she needed the good snakes. Her last one had just passed. And snake got loose in the DeLorean on their way home. "Hey, Ladybug, please come off with me." "Thank you. Thank you." And Ladybug, let's go up. There you go. Just go hide in that basil. But snakes I can handle. Spiders, you want to see me cry? Bring a spider to me. I don't do spiders. Spiders are evil. Cat! Good